Hey guys, what's up? Infinite Cars here, back for another team builder. This time for week 3, I do believe, of the SDL Premier League. This week our opponent is Fuse. So this is the team that we are building to try and beat. Instantly, I see a weakness for Fairy, for Fuse at least. So I think bringing either Tapu Koko and or um, Rabombi is going to be very, very nice. And then King Gambit might get to come off. Well, I mean, did we even use him last week? I mean, we had him on the bench, but we didn't, or we had him in the team, but we didn't use him. So, yeah, I see big usage for King Gambit against Galarian Slowking and Togekiss. Against Serperior, though, uh, I mean, Tornadus could be pretty good to bring, especially if we go and try and do some shenanigans with that. And then also having Slitherwing. Just for the bug typing to also use fighting against Mega Aggron. Jellicent, that's Ghost Water. So either of our electric types, or even just bringing another Sun team like we did last week and using Executor. The only thing is that Ghost typing could come and hit us offensively and beat us in the butt. Mudsdale gives me another reason to bring Executor. We could also go bulky Executor this week. With like Assault Vest or something, just for that Jellicent. Arctozolt really wants me to bring Fire and Fighting, so we could go again with that Sun, or even, Sun with either Executor again, this time with a Fire type move somehow, whether it be, I don't even know what Fire type moves it might get. So or using Slitherwing. I think I already said Slitherwing. I don't remember. My brain's racking everywhere. And then Arcanine. That's a hard one to build around for my team, at least, because defensively we have 1 resist, 2 resists, and then we're weak on 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon, the rest being neutral. So, we could also rock and spike with Deoxys. I think that is a fairly good idea, especially going against that Arcanine. And then having something defensive. Actually, Pecharunt looks kind of good here defensively because of Arcanine being a physical attacker mostly, but I do think it can run a special set. Yeah, because it's still got a base 100 special attack. And that's just going from my team, from the SDL Blue League. So, and then Lycanroc still wants me to bring Grass and Fighting. So, we can go back to Sun and figure out what we can do there. But I think first what we want to do is, I mean, ideally for Bombi, looks like it can go on a tear. Especially against the Urshifu. So I think if we just go with this, I don't think we bring Tapu Koko again, even though it was my first round pick. And then in the second slot, I think that Ninetales is the way to go. Followed by Slitherwing. And Executor. That's not what I meant to click. I actually meant to click copy. Alright, that sets us at 4 Pokemon. So now I think we can bring Cinderace. Actually, I think Pecharunt and King... Well, because I want to try and do some court change shenanigans. I'm not going to lie. I like the idea of court change King Gambit. Well, actually, I think Supreme Overlord makes the most sense in this case. Because if we are in a dire situation, we can just come in and theoretically sweep the rest of the game with it. And then I think Deoxys Speed will be the 6th and final Pokemon. because we can just kind of deal with most Pokemon just with these few Pokemon. Um, sorry. So ideally, we want to be able to live. Well, I mean, we can resist most of the stuff from what's it called? From Urshifu Single Strike with this. Not mentioned Focus Sash, but the only thing is, well, I mean, we can just switch in Slitherwing if we have a fear of it. So, I mean, Moonblast, either that or Sticky Web, and then Quiver Dance or something. But I think you're set. I mean, I'd really like to bring Tornadus this week. I'm not gonna lie. The idea of just being able to have Tailwind up, just in case we get in a speedy necessity, or a necessity for speed rather. But I mean, we also have the fighting for Baxcalibur, for Urshifu, for Aggron, for Arctozolt. Fighting just hits so well into his team that there's no reason not to bring Slitherwing. So I think we can go for an All-Sun and just try to keep Ninetales alive. So I think instead of Heat Rock, I think we need to go for more of a bulky set. I don't think we need to specifically outspeed anything. I think we just need to be bulky as all get out. And then we can go plus there, and that sets us to 260. Versus if we were to do that, 273. We'll go up to there. See where that puts that. That's 262. It's getting closer. I just want to try and balance it as much as I can. I think we want to be a little bit more bulkier on the physical side. So we'll go there. Either that or we can just throw 4 into speed. Just so we can outspeed other base 100 min speed. Or not min speed, but 0 investment. I think that ends up being the best we can do. And then instead of Heat Rock, what just ends up being the best all-around defensive item? Citrus Berry, maybe? Either that. We could also just go Focus Sash and just, I don't know. Actually, I like Heavy Duty. Well, who does he have that could potentially set up stuff? Mudsdale, maybe? Aggron. Yeah, so we want HDB. Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll go bulky as we can. Alright, and then Slitherwing is as offensive as it can be. Bug type hits Urshifu, Baxcalibur, Galarian Slowking, Superior prior to Terra. I don't know what it's going to Terra into. These two resist. You probably resist. I think Ghost resists Bug. That would make the most sense. I think Ground resists Bug. We hit Arctozolt. We hit you theoretically after Terra, depending on what you Terra into. And I'm pretty sure you resist. So, this combination of these two stabs plus Terra Fire actually kind of looks like it might go on a tear. Because Fire hits most of the things. We could also go, do we want to go like Terra Rock or something? Or hold up, Terra Electric. No, Terra Fire works great. Because we get the Flame Charge Flare Blitz set up. Yeah. Alright, and then Executor, still just being an absolute nuke. Solar Beam, Psychic, we want a fire type move somehow, whether it be Hidden Power Fire or what. I think Hidden Power Fire is about as much as we can get from fire. But let's just check. Yeah, HP Fire is as far as we can go. And then, I don't think Poison really goes into his team well. So, then, let's see. Hold on, let me pause real quick. Alright, I'm back. So, we need probably a ground type move, but we can't run both Hidden Power Fire and Hidden Power Ground. So, is there a dark or ghost move we can run? Maybe? Ooh. Dark. Thief. Yeah, no. Or ghost. Nightmare? What is... Oh, that's... Okay. Yeah, so no, we don't have any of those. So, I guess... Yeah, we'll have to focus on everybody else to go deal with... Yeah, because King Gambit really hard walls Galarian Slowking, now that I think about it. So we got Fire for Superior. Yeah. Ground goes into Mudsdale really well. But what if we go HP Fighting? No, because we've already got a Fighting type. There's no reason to go HP Fighting. Who's our Terra Captain? I guess it'd have to be Slitherwing, because I think that's our only... Wait, I've got the whole sheet. Why am I trying to go grab my phone? Yeah. Pecharunt is also one of our Terra Captains. Slitherwing, and then Boltund. In which we only have one of those, and Executor again. Nope, not Executor. Hold on. I'm stupid. Slitherwing. Yeah, so... Are we able to potentially go with, like, a max speed, outspeed kind of situation to get the boost? 847, or 287. Yeah, we can go and get it if we go 286. So then we get the speed boost. And then Sun. Yeah, I think that's too much of an investment risk. But we can go and be a little bit more offensive. Yeah, because we're already getting Life Orb. So I think if we want to hit a specific target and then just try and be a little bit bulkier, potentially. Because I don't know, who do we actually want to outspeed, ideally? Baxcalibur? How fast is Baxcalibur at max speed? Baxcalibur, 87 base speed, which I think speed ties. But we'll see. I think that is a speed tie. 300, so we need to hit 301 if we plan on being faster. Oh no, we're 81 base speed. My bad. So yeah, we would have to be something like Choice Scarf. So we can't outspeed that raw. I don't know why that cursor exists. Yeah, y'all see it. I don't know why that exists. I also can't really get rid of it. It just exists on some pages. I guess that's just a side effect of using Firefox. No clue. Arctozolt. How fast is Arctozolt? I don't think it's actually that fast. But I could be pleasantly surprised. So maybe we need to prepare for something like Choice Scarf Arctozolt. That is there. And then minus, because we're expecting like Bolt Beak or something. 229. Which rounded down is 343. Yeah, we're not outspeeding that raw. What if we give, instead of extreme speed? Yeah, because you outspeed everything, pretty much. You get a fire type move, Fire Punch. You get a fire type special move. Meteor Beam could be so tech. Honestly. Let's actually see what special type move, what special category moves do you actually get. Flash Cannon could be pretty good. Knowing what this thing can actually pull off, I mean, break any sash with these, and then come in and potentially sweep the rest of the game, maybe. I don't know. Alright, I think this is probably what we'll run. Maybe not Psycho Cut, though. Hold up. Iron Head, Sucker Punch, Kowtow Cleave, and Knock, maybe? Why do you get Power Up Punch? That's kind of overpowered. But I think we can probably just go Low Kick. So, I think that will be our team. Let me make sure that all the EVs are not missing. Oh, and I've got EVs missing. Great. We'll go back and just do that and actually just try to hope that First Impression can do massive damage. Yeah. I think that'll be our team for Week 3 of the SDL Premier League. I will see y'all tomorrow for the match. Until then, peace.